Have you ever sat quietly in your kitchen on an early morning as the first light of day poured through the window, took a sip of tea, and asked yourself, how many more mornings like this do I have left? At 70, each new day isn't just another day on the calendar. It's a fresh chance to be reborn, mentally, physically, and emotionally. Though much has changed, though loved ones may have passed, and laughter has turned into memories, you are still here, living, breathing, and capable of doing something meaningful for yourself. I remember one morning while cleaning out my grandfather's old bookshelf, I came across a small, yellowed leather notebook. Inside he wrote, "March 17th, the sun is out today. I made my own coffee, listened to an old song, and felt alive." Just a few simple lines, but I couldn't hold back tears. Because I understood. As we grow older, living is no longer just about existing. It's about finding meaning, finding joy, feeling connection. It's about those small, quiet moments that make the heart stir. Have you ever noticed how some of the simplest daily habits, if kept up, can help you live longer, feel healthier, and most importantly, live happier? This video is a gentle and meaningful journey. You don't have to change your whole life. You only need to start with small steps. These are 9 habits, backed by science, that can support longevity after age 70. And I hope that every part of this message feels less like instruction and more like a hug, a gentle whisper, a soft light for those who live alone and are trying to rediscover the meaning of life. If you're here, leave a comment. I'm still here. It's a quiet hello and a way for us to begin this healing journey together. Number 1. Walking speed. Every step toward longevity. A long-term study from the University of Pittsburgh found that a senior's walking speed can predict their life expectancy. You don't need to jog or take big strides. If you can walk steadily, without trembling, without needing too much support, it means your body is still strong. Elaine, 82, once commented under a previous video, "I still walk every day, even if it's just around my yard. I joke that every step brings me closer to a delicious lunch." For many people, walking is joy, a date with nature, a familiar greeting to trees, to the wind, to the same little bird singing every morning. You don't need a gym, just a comfortable pair of shoes, a small yard, or a park nearby. If you still keep up your walking routine, leave a comment. I'm still walking, one small step at a time. Because every small step you take today is a giant leap for your future. 2. Grip strength. The silent power in your hands. Have you noticed your grip lately? Not to win an arm wrestling match, but to open a jar, carry groceries, or hold the hand of someone you love. A study published in the BMJ Medical Journal found that weaker grip strength is linked to a higher mortality rate among older adults. It may seem small, but strength in your hands reflects strength in your entire body. Walter, 79, shared this in the comments. "When I couldn't open my favorite jam jar anymore, I knew I had to do something. Now I do hand exercises with an old tennis ball every morning. I can open the jar again." Hand strength can be improved with a hand gripper, water bottle weights, or simply opening and closing your fists regularly. Share how you keep your hands strong. Leave a comment. "I keep my hands strong." You never know who might be inspired to start. 3. Balance. Standing steady, living strong. Have you ever tried standing on one leg and counting to 10? It may sound simple, but it's one of the strongest indicators of your current health. A study in Brazil, published in the British Journal of Sports Medicine, found that people over 70 who could stand on one leg for at least 10 seconds had a significantly higher survival rate over the next 7 years. Robert, 81, who lives alone in Arizona, once shared, "At first, I couldn't even stand for 5 seconds. I felt discouraged. But I started practicing every morning next to a chair. Some days I fell, some days I trembled, but now I can count to 12. Balance is not just a physical exercise, it's a mental one. You can start small, stand near a sturdy chair, do light yoga, or even walk in a straight line slowly. If you've ever tried this balance test, comment, "I'm holding my balance." You might just inspire someone else to try tomorrow. 4. Sleep. Quiet restoration. There's nothing more valuable than a good night's sleep after 70. But for many seniors, it becomes difficult, waking up in the night, feeling restless in the morning. Did you know sleep is when your body heals? It's when cells repair, memories form, and the heart gets to rest. Sleeping well is the foundation of living well. Helen, 77, from Michigan said, I used to wake up at 3 a.m. and couldn't fall back asleep. So I started turning off the TV earlier, going for a light walk at sunset, and listening to soft music before bed. Not a miracle overnight, but now I sleep 6 hours straight. Try small tricks: a consistent bedtime, no caffeine late in the day, a warm bath, or gentle reading before bed. Most of all, don't be hard on yourself during a rough night. Be kind, be patient, be loving with yourself. Have a sleep tip, share it with others. Start with, I sleep better when. 5. Eating well. Nourishing meals, nourishing life. Do you remember your favorite dinner as a child? Maybe hot soup, stir-fried veggies, or a simple sandwich shared with someone you loved. Eating after 70 isn't just about fullness, it's about nourishment. Enough protein, enough fiber, enough vitamins, and enough love in every bite. The U.S. National Institute on Aging recommends a balanced diet, rich in greens, whole grains, moderate protein, less sugar and salt, to lower risks of heart disease, digestive problems, and memory issues. Mark, 80, shared, I live alone and used to just eat crackers. But one day, I cooked the same veggie soup my wife used to make. Slowly, I found joy in cooking again, and also, my health returned. Whether you live alone or not, prepare meals with love. A warm bowl of soup, a sliced apple, a cup of tea. Each meal reminds you, you are worth caring for. What's your favorite healthy meal? Comment, I take care of myself through every meal. 6. Stress management. Keeping the heart calm. Many believe that after 70, the storms of life are over. But sometimes, emotional waves still come. Health news, fewer calls from family, or simply the long, quiet afternoons. Stress doesn't just affect the mind. It touches the heart, the immune system, sleep, and memory. A study from the University of California showed that older adults who manage stress through meditation, journaling, or gentle activities like gardening live longer and experience fewer chronic illnesses. Joanne, 75, from Portland shared, I used to worry too much. If my daughter didn't call, I couldn't sleep. But now, I meditate for 10 minutes each morning and write in my gratitude journal. My heart feels lighter. You don't need to be perfect. Just know that your worries can soften, little by little. Sometimes just sitting still and listening to the morning birds is the best healing. What brings peace to your heart? Share with us. Try, I feel more at peace when. 7. Social connection. The heart never ages. Do you remember your high school best friend's name? When was the last time you called an old friend? After 70, relationships become more vital than ever, not just emotionally, but physically. A Harvard report found that seniors with strong social ties had 30% lower risk of heart disease, dementia, and depression. Leonard, 82, from Ohio, lived alone for 10 years after his wife passed. I thought I was okay with loneliness. But then I joined a local book club. Talking with a few people every week made me realize my heart still wants to be heard. Whether you live in the countryside or the city, there are ways to reconnect. Call your grandkids, send a handwritten letter, join a local group, or simply smile at a neighbor. Share one relationship that brought meaning to your life. Try Life Feels More Beautiful thanks to. 8. Keeping the mind sharp. Youth starts within. Someone once said, we can't stop the body from aging, but we can keep the mind and heart forever young if we care for them. After 70, mental stimulation is no longer just entertainment, it's essential. It protects against dementia and keeps joy alive. Marge, 81, from Minnesota said, I started learning Spanish at 76, just to talk with my new neighbors. I study a little every day, and I remember words better than I did in my 30s. Keeping your mind sharp doesn't have to be grand. Crossword puzzles, knitting, journaling, or chatting with your grandkids can all help. When your brain stays active, it's like a garden being watered, vibrant, alive, and colorful. Have a mental exercise? Share it. Try, I feel more alert when. 9. Finding purpose in each day. Living, not just existing. Lastly, beyond physical health, there's a spiritual habit that matters just as much, living with purpose. After retirement, with grown children, and possibly the loss of a partner, it's common to ask, what am I still here for? Richard, 84, from Florida, shared in a senior group. For years, I felt like I was just waiting. Then I started writing letters to young soldiers overseas. One letter became dozens, and I got hundreds in return. For the first time in years, I felt needed again. Purpose doesn't have to be big. It can be tending a plant, checking in on a friend, or simply watching the morning sun and saying thank you. What gives meaning to your day? Comment, today matters because there's something both gentle and profound in this truth. Living longer isn't about counting the years, it's about making each day count. We've just explored 9 simple habits, quiet yet powerful. They nurture your body, lift your spirit, and fill each moment with presence. Let me leave you with a story. Walter, 80, from a small town in Maine, sent us a handwritten letter. He wrote, "I had stopped expecting much from the days ahead. I would wake up, make coffee, look out the window, and feel life slowing down, until I heard one of your videos. The phrase, 'start again from the smallest things,' kept echoing in my mind. So I planted a few pots of herbs. A month later, I walked to the library for the first time in 12 years and signed up for a photography class for seniors. Now, I walk to the park every day, take photos, and email them to my granddaughter in California. She calls them postcards from Grandpa." He ended the letter with one simple line that speaks to all of us. "I no longer count my days. I live each day fully." Dear friend, if you're hearing this, it means you're still searching for a change, for hope, or maybe just a little peace. We hope this video isn't just information, but a soft voice reminding your heart there's still so much to live for, to love, and to begin again. Please leave a comment below. Just one line might let someone else know they're not alone. You could write, "I'm starting again from," or "I saw myself in Walter's story." Don't forget to subscribe and turn on notifications so we can walk this healing journey with you each week. A space where every elder is heard, seen, and lovingly embraced through simple, beautiful stories. Because it's never too late to begin a new life, one that is long, strong, and full of meaning.